Good morning, everyone. Danny McLaughlin with Benchmark Realty. And today we're going to talk about a topic that nobody wants to talk about, but it needs to be talked about. We're going to talk about home pricing for sellers. We're going to talk about buyer's market, seller's market, and it's all coming to you now on the mornings with the MLS. Be right back. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. I gotta get some of my great morning coffee. Oh, by the way, let me give a plug for my coffee that I drink here at home. When I make coffee that I buy from Music City Coffee. It's a coffee club order. You can have it delivered right to your house. Those guys are freaking fantastic. The coffee is amazing. They do have a little shop in Nolensville, but I get it delivered here to my house every month. Music City Coffee, big shout out. There you go, Pete. Love you guys. Okay, today we're going to talk about home prices. I'm going to show you guys some things that are going on in the market. Couple of listings that I had, what I did, and kind of to get in front of the pricing, not only with my client for the selling side, but I think buyers need to be aware of this too. So as you can see right here on my screen is this is for 37064 in Franklin. So that's the only thing I'm pulling here. But as you can see, back in 2021, 22-ish, we were spiking, and it was definitely a seller's market. There were houses that were being listed that were going over ask, and they were sometimes getting $100,000 more than what they even listed the house for. They're going into multiple offers, multiple bid wars. It was crazy. It was a crazy market. It was hard for buyers to find homes, not only find them, but get their offers accepted. So as you can see, since 21, 22, we've been in a steep decline. Now we're all the way down here. And here's the benchmark for the buyer's market. Seller's market up here, buyer's market. We are definitely in a buyer's market. I've got so many buyers that are sitting on the fence waiting for interest rates to fall down, whatever's the next big thing that they want to wait for. But I tell my clients, you've got to buy now. Now we can negotiate on prices. We're seeing price cuts. We're seeing, sellers offer incentives, finance incentives, whatever it may be. But now's the time to buy. You buy the house, you date the rate. I understand the interest rates are, I think this morning, they're at 6.75, but when this market shifts and we go back to a seller's market and interest rates are whatever they're at, 4%, 5%, 3%, that would be great. It's going to be crazy again. And you're not going to be able to find a house. And so buy the house now. Know that we can get a better price on the house. Don't overpay for the house, because then you're really going to be in a bad situation. You think the interest rates are bad. Wait till you overpay or you can't get a house because everybody's bidding on it and offering on it. That's all at the same time. So if you find a house you like, buy it. Date the rate, and then refinance once our interest rates come down. So I want to show you an example of this. So let me go here to this screen. Here's a house that I'm going to show you these comps real quick too. Here's a house that I listed, and you can see it sold for $920,000. It was on the market for 0 days. Zero. This is my second one. This house is in Lockwood Glen on Carruthers, just south of Murfreesboro Road. So I had we talked, listen, with my client, I talked with him for a very long time about making sure we go to the market with the right price. And I started out at I actually started out at $850, and their house is up against, it would be up against the road on Carruthers. That was one of our big downfalls, that it was whatever it is, maybe 60 feet, 80 feet off the road of Carruthers. So we knew that was the big elephant in the room, and that would, pose a significant buyer who loved the house but didn't mind being close to the road. Now, in most cases, you couldn't even hear the road noise. It was actually, and it's a beautiful house. My client was incredible. I loved her. She was a interior decorator, so the house was absolutely beautiful. But here's my point. We were on the market for 0 days. Our very first day, we got an offer full price, and it was solid, and we went under contract in less than 24 hours. I also sold another house in this neighborhood right down the street in Echelon. Echelon and Lockwood Glen are two different subdivisions, but they're under one HOA, so they're considered one. But I sold that house in less than 24 hours. Same thing. It's all about pricing it right? So I went on the market, sold this house. Okay, so now let's go back. I'm going to show you something. 0 days. Remember that. $920,000. We actually went to market for $910,000. We went $10,000 over my ask. Okay, so now here's what's on the market. This house, okay, right down the street. Oh, let me go back and tell you guys this is on this street. When we decided to list, we were the first ones to come back and list. When we listed, boom, 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 boom. Like all of a sudden, 4 houses on our street listed all at the same time. And I was like, oh, that could actually be good or bad. We can actually steal their traffic, right? Or we can be in some serious competition because now we've got 4 other houses. So 5 total, 4 other houses on the same street. So anyways, let me show you what happened to this house. So this house went to market right here. Right down the street, 232 Moray Court, went on the market. But here's what they did. Look at this. They went to market at $929. Remember, I told you I originally went to market at $910. They went to market at $929. Then, like a little, not even like a week later, a month. I'm sorry, a little over a month later, they dropped it to $899. That's right around when I sold my house. Then they drastically dropped it. As soon as we closed on our house, they dropped their price down to $860. I was like, holy cow. Now, here's another one. This one sold for $1 million. It's a much bigger house and had a little bit lot more square footage and everything. So that's why I figured out we were going to be less than that one. But across the street, here's another one. 249. This one's right across the street from ours. This one, This one has sat on the market for 108 days. 108 days it sat on the market. This one, look at this. Look at the history here. This one originally came to market. Let me see. Right here. $939,000. $939,000. Then she drops it to $925,000, $910,000, $899,000, and we're still at 108 days on the market. So here's what's happening. It used to be a seller's market, right? And if you don't have these hard conversations, this is for the realtors. This section right here is for the realtors. I'm talking to you. It's not 21, 22 no more. We have to have these hard conversations with our clients, and they've got to understand that all because their neighbor sold their house for $40 million doesn't mean that they're going to get the same price. You have to tell them that the market's changed and these houses are going to sit on the market. And how bad does this look? And right across the street from this one is the house that I sold for $920,000. Right now, they're at $21,000 lower than what I sold, and we sold back like over 2 months ago. You've got to have the hard conversation with your clients and let them know that we have to price it right, or it's going to sit and get stale. And I understand our market is literally, I feel like it's getting worse every single day. But this is the kind of things that happen. Now, I'm not saying like these are bad agents. I'm not saying it's just tough. These are tough talks that we have to have with our clients. And I told my client, I said, listen, if we're on the market for 10 days and we get no showings, we're going to talk about the price. If we're on the market for 10 days and we get 10 showings and we still don't get an offer, we're going to talk about the price. Like I tell them right off the bat, I'm not listing your house to have a listing. I'm listing your house to sell it, and I want to sell it fast, and I want you to get on with your life and do your so you can do your next thing, whatever you want to do in life. But having these houses just sit here on the market, it's crazy. So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Are these houses that aren't being priced right? But now's the time for a buyer. Now's the time to buy. For a seller, I'm sorry, it stinks. I understand it. You're not going to get as much money as you did as other neighbors on your street 2-3 years ago. It's over. It's going to come back though. So just hang on, be patient. It's going to come back. But as of right now, it's a buyer's market. And buyers, I'm talking to you, buy the house, because you are going to hate life when this thing flips and it goes back to a seller's market, and the buyers are going to be upset because they can't buy a house and everything's going into bid wars. So hang in there. Okay. Trust me what I'm saying. If you're looking for a great realtor who cuts to the chase, doesn't put up with any garbage, talks to you direct, understands the market, has a keen sense of negotiation and pricing and all that, give me a call. Hit me up, drop me a message, subscribe to the channel. I'm constantly releasing these videos, and I would love to talk to you and help you in any way that I can. So until next time, I will see you guys on the next Mornings on the MLS, and it's been a pleasure. I hope you got something out of this. Have a good day.